And I really think, we talked last week, the week before, about the midterm elections where they go and the problems that can arise for the Republican Party if the Democrats win the midterms. And from this interview last night, Trump was very aware of that. It's not often that the party in power wins the midterm, and I think he realizes he's doing everything he can, especially after the New York City mayor election. Mandami came in, and the whole point was affordability. Young kids got Mandami elected, not
I
the
wonder
baby
if
boomers.
Mandami would have been elected if gas was $2 a gallon at the pump on election day.
Well, I think it's more what rents were for the kids. Yeah, $2 a gallon gas. Yeah, it helps a lot of people. But if this kid is still paying, $3,500 a month for a one bedroom apartment, it's he can't
Yeah,
afford
I
to
don't
can't
see a
afford the gas.
solution to that.
Yeah,
And I don't think Mamdani is going to be able to provide a
of
solution
course
to that.
not. Of course not.
So,
But that
is
was
it going to
the
take a year for New York to blow up?
yeah.
I guess that's the question investors got to look at before that midterm, because the midterm is certainly the biggest event on the horizon.
Everything. Yeah, it's everything. Yeah, true.
I don't know if I'd
But
say
yeah,
everything. I think the Ukraine is a big deal. We got wars and a lot of things happening, but in terms of your long-term investor, that election, that midterm election means, yeah.
I think it's huge. We ran a short last week saying if the Republicans lose, is it the end of the GOP for the next 8 to 12 years?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so because Carville is saying, bring in Washington D.C. and bring in Puerto Rico, get 4 more
Stack the
Senate
Supreme
votes,
Court,
back to Supreme
impeach
Court.
Trump again. So everything he's going to try and do is going to be out of,
If
it's
you
going
look
to
at
make
the
it worse.
things they've done, they're not really willing to stop at anything. I don't think I've ever seen a climate quite like this. I mean, you're talking about you use the word insurrection. It is insurrection, and they're perfectly happy with that. Walls was the other day. I listened to him and I thought, what government is this guy? What is he talking about here? Unless they put him in irons for. I mean, he presided over a buy for vote scheme to the tune literally of billions of dollars, taxpayer money going to buy votes, and how's
I
it? And
read something that said that that's the reason why he was picked by Harris as the VP, because just the day after he raised something like 50 or 70 million, some crazy number that was historic within 24 hours. So, like, where did that come from?
yeah. To anybody watching, there's no truth to the rumor that Waltz is going to activate the Somali National Guard.
That's,
That's, I don't think that's going to happen, although rumors are to the contrary.
that's right.
Incredible. Incredible.
Yeah, it's and question brought up today. Allison says to me this morning. She said, "Do you think all of this um, stuff that we're finding out about what's going on in Minnesota, all of this fraud, do you think it started with Doge and it just hasn't been announced and it was leaked to the right people to go out and push it?
Certainly, probably a factor. Probably somebody had looked into it. But the number's just too big to hide, you
It's been
know?
hidden for years.
Yeah, but they had whistleblowers and all kinds of stuff, and they kept it under the wraps. A number like this is staggering, you know?
Yeah, a billion
Um,
here, a billion there, and sooner or
that's
later
not
you're
good for the
talking about
dollar
real
either,
money.
by the way.
Yeah, of
That's
course not.
that's
Fraud.
another factor. Yeah.
How was it? Everett Dirksen, senator, who said a billion here, a billion there, and sooner or later you're talking about real money, right? So
Now it's a trillion.
that's right. Yeah.
There's been no inflation. Yeah. So from a market standpoint, everybody's long, and everybody is looking to buy. It's going to take three ratchets down in order for this thing to really plummet. You need sort of 3-5% corrections before the dips get their fill. So there's bids underneath this market, and the answer is the same answer that we've had all along: buy volatility, buy puts and calls. The VIX is cheap. I don't like trading the VIX because it's a crazy thing, but The volatility premiums in options look cheap to me.